Good morning, I'm Robbie Crispin, and this is Quick Court, the fastest way to justice. We're here today in the case of the People versus Jimmy. Jimmy claims that he's simply using free speech, but the people think he's taking it too far. I don't get it, murmured Jimmy. What's the problem? That, groaned Fred. That is just wrong, muttered Selena. You go, Jimmy, smiled Daniel. Please rise, said the bailiff. For the Honorable Judge Susan Triton. From what I've heard, this case should be interesting. The case The People versus Jimmy is now in session. Please call your first witness, Fred. I call my client Jimmy, said Fred. Jimmy, why are we here? Well, Fred, it started like this. I was minding my own business on the playground. But let's say that Daniel and Gary were disturbing the peace. Hey Gary, snickered Daniel, I saw you didn't finish your brownie at lunchtime. Yeah, I just wanted to save it for later, said Gary. I don't care. Just give me the brownie. That word, that adjective he used. It was so interesting. And it seemed to be a pretty strong word since Gary gave him the brownie. I'm no Daniel, but I do want to be strong. So I tried this word for myself. Hi guys, I said. Nice day, huh? What did you say? Dude, said Ralph, there are like children here, like me. I thought that maybe this word was just too strong. But I let it pass. I don't want to hang out with them anyway. Hi Daniel, are you? Well? Daniel was surprised. Oh, you are gonna get it. This word's stronger than Daniel, I laughed. Hold it! As always, it was the man from the newspaper. Now, seeing as I am with the local newspaper, I should know one thing. Jimmy, why didn't you take that as a sign that this is a bad word? Because his mind is warped, murmured Fred. Sorry, Jimmy, but you should have noticed, he added. It's just a word, said Jimmy. It didn't hurt anyone. Fred is right, murmured the newspaper guy. I mean, you're crazy. Besides, it's in my free speech, isn't it? Not exactly, his teacher interrupted. You're only in 4th grade, Jimmy, so you haven't been taught this yet. But while you do have freedom of speech, there are some limits. Jimmy, your rights extend as far as mine. You can have your rights as long as your rights don't violate anyone else's. And Jimmy, Mrs. Betts added, that word is just too offensive to use at school. Or at least for a kid your age to use. Jimmy sighed. So I am guilty of infringing on your rights, Mrs. Betts? We'll see what the jury has to say, Jimmy. The jury has already made their decision on behalf of everyone, announced Judge Triton. I'm sorry, Jimmy, but you have two options. You can spend the day in quick prison, or you can apologize for each and every time you've used that word. Jimmy thought. Apologizing sounds tougher. But I'll have to do it sooner or later. I'll just apologize, he declared. Good boy, said the judge. Case closed. And so, everyone he offended lined up for an apology. Well, Jimmy, said Fred, now you know. To think before you say. Whatever, sighed Jimmy. But I swear I hate the guy who said it's a bad word. Fred glared at Jimmy. What?